We haven't traveled all this way to give up now. There must be something we can do, something to stop the King of Shadows.
Oh, cock, I thought we could heal.
If there's anything you need from the
cock.
bodies of our former allies, take it. We'll need everything we can to survive this.
Oh, thank goodness. Right, Nishka is the one that needs the most stuff.
Follow me.
Good. Probably not an optimal build, is it? Let's be honest. However, it's probably good enough.
Yes?
Well, let's give it a go.
This land of its guardian.
None of these seem particularly appropriate. What do you mean?
I was created to be the guardian of an empire. I do what I must to protect and preserve it.
No, mate, the Ilfam are long dead. You have nothing to protect.
But Ilfan blood still runs strong. The legacy of the Empire still must be protected.
Yeah, but the enemies of the Empire are long gone as well.
Even such denouncements are a threat. If you believe Ilfan lost, you must be cleansed with the rest. So be it.
Use your powers from the ritual. If anything can stop him, they can.
Oh, I didn't cast mass... No, of course I didn't cast mass haste. Of course she turned on me. That was silly of her. Oh, I don't think that works. Because now it's disappeared.
So, was that it then? Not what I was expecting.
The King of Shadow's presence still echoes loudly.
The statues!
Oh my.
Well,
Well, that was a lot easier once the AI was helping me.
Take this.
Okay, so the statues heal these things. One of them, of course, isn't ours. Web of Purity is Armon's. But the main one that's good is Cleansing Nova, and that's not Overhill. That's okay, because we're a cleric, we've got lots of anti-undead spells.
Illithid, Mind Flayer slave.
Abyssal spawn.
Take filthy hellspawn!
Attack.
Ah, it was the statue that knocked me over because that was Ammon's statue.
For every one of them I killed, another got back up! Steel yourselves. This is not over.
My, I thought he was big before, but that was just in my imagination.
The King of Shadows uses the statues to empower himself.
Then the statues must be destroyed to sever his link to them.
Okay, let's do it.
I believe we have weakened him, so he is now relying on the statues. If we destroy the statues, he will be vulnerable to final defeat.
To destroy the statues, then we'll start. Well, let's start this new one. Oh yeah, I forgot only one person at a time can bash a statue. Unless you can all bash different statues. No, not him.
Filthy hellspawn!
Let us attack.
Is it dead? Doesn't look very dead. Looks the same as all the others to me. the statues have got enough hit points. I guess they are big statues made of stone and I'm hitting them with a sword. Right, let's get some buffs out. Does anyone have any buffs? No, I don't think they do.
I can do that.
What are you doing? No! Bash the fucking statue! Can't remember what strength buff is called. That's not very good. It's not bear's endurance. Is it bull strength? Maybe I don't have any bull strength. I don't have a maths bull strength either. Unless Grobnar happens to have learnt one. No. And I bet I didn't give Sand
I
any
suppose
haste
I could say
spells.
something about a Luskin-bred dog or a house tower thrall, but really it's not polite to say.
Oh, I did. Wait, is it dead now? It's gone black. Doesn't look dead. I don't... Has it done something? It doesn't look any different. Right, they disappear. We know that now. It's going to take a long time at 1 damage, though. Did you just kill me, Nishka?
More have come to block our path.
Oh, I can't. I don't want to go through all those other fights again.
But I can do that.
Oh, Nishka's a freak. Why does she do everyone do so much damage in this game? It's ridiculous. And I've lost my haste spell. Right, where's the Wand of Resurrection? Someone's going to need that. Oh, he just forgets what I told him to do when I get that out. I think they're giving the statues... The doors that we use knock on, they have about this many hit points as well.
I've spotted some enemies.
Ah, maybe as you kill them, they get weaker. If so, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, we're doing much more damage now. Oh, maybe I was meant to use Ammon to destroy his statue. I wonder what you're meant to do if you play mage. He just went to bash away at these for hours and hours. Okay, he's still barely injured. Okay, so now he's drawing his power from the portal.
Looks like we have company.
This shall not...
Illithid, you threw blood.
It's probably reasonable to say the portal has enough hit points as well. Right, hopefully the portal's dead. Let's get some resurrections out. Now hopefully we can use some of these to our advantage. If I was clever, I'd have probably left-clicked on the statues. That would have been the clever thing to do. They're badly wounded. What's this? Oh, it's an undead damage spell.
And as the final blow was struck, the King of Shadows, the ancient guardian of Ilfarn, at last was laid to rest. But in his death throes, the power of Ilfarn was released, sending echoing blasts through the Fortress of Shadows. The walls were torn asunder, the stones crashing down upon the valiant heroes and their knight captain. They fled through the twisting corridors of darkness, but to no avail. The stones themselves crashed down around them, sealing them within the fortress. Leagues away, far from the Vale of Myrtleane, the soldiers of Crossroad Keep, still fresh from their battle against the King of Shadows, watched the shadows over the mere drain away into the skies. The victory was theirs, but as for their knight captain, there was no trace, except for the cloak that marked the captain as a knight of Neverwinter. Of the knight captain and the fortress of the enemy, there was nothing else left to mark their passing. And to this day, where they have gone is unknown. In the year following the war against the King of Shadows, Neverwinter quickly recovered, its city watch, Grey Cloaks, and even the many-starred cloaks gaining numerous new recruits. Emboldened by the actions of the Shardbearer, the ranks of the soldiers of Neverwinter swelled, becoming one of the strongest military units in the Sword Coast. This ended up being a boon for the City Watch Captain Brelena, who used her ties to the Shardbearer and Lord of Crossroad Keep to petition for a seat on the Council of Neverwinter. From there, she passed many successful political resolutions that improved diplomatic ties with Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance. Luskan viewed the events to the south in Neverwinter with some disappointment, hoping that the war against the King of Shadows would weaken their southern neighbor long enough to force their intervention and control of Neverwinter and Crossroad Keep. When Neverwinter triumphed, their only victory was the return of their ambassador, Torio Claven, who after several years of service, revealed that she was an agent of Neverwinter, and her role had allowed her to arrest over a score of Luskan spies who had infiltrated her new home city. Bevel, crushed by the events at West Harbor and the Second War of Shadow, soon deserted the forces of Neverwinter when they were sent on a resupply mission to Old Owl Well. He is said to have made a solitary home there, still tortured by the memories of what happened to him during the war. Shortly after the war, Dagon vanished. There were rumors of an elven ranger sighted throughout the lands of Faerun, still searching for the shard-bearer he had lost in battle against the King of Shadows. After the war, a few scattered survivors of West Harbor returned to their home, and with the persistence common to harbormen, slowly rebuilt their destroyed village. They still make their living at the edge of the mere, a testament to their strength and character. The farm of Chandra Jarrow was left abandoned for some time, yet it never fell into disrepair. During the harvest season, the people of Highcliff came to pay their respects to Chandra Jarrow, who was rumored to have fallen in battle against the King of Shadows. In the years after the war, a strange tranquility settled over portions of the mere, in contrast to the horrors that had taken place there. There were sightings of a mysterious elven female, cloaked in mist, who would lead lost travelers to sanctuary within the mere. The identity of the woman was never known, but glimpses of her over the years seemed to indicate that she was a troubled, sad figure, and looked as if she had lost someone she cared deeply about. Crossroad Keep achieved a new prominence in the coming years after the Second War of Shadow. Bolstered by the example of the Shardbearer, the Lieutenant Kana took over the operations of the keep, and with Vidal in tow, helped restore peace to the region and turn it into a major trade route. Of the Gith Yankee and their Lich Queen, no more was heard. Driven from the Sword Coast by the Shardbearer, it seemed as if the hunters had retreated to their citadels on the astral plane. Even the wisest sages of Faerun know that whoever holds such a blade shall have a long journey ahead of them, both in the realms and beyond. But that is a tale for another time.
Right, well there we go. That was Neverwinter Nights 2. Can't say I'll be recommending it or playing it again, which I think is quite a shame in a way, because there are some good bits in there. I mean, it's very much a game of two halves. There's a half which has been... Now, I'll say it's a game of 3 parts, actually. There's the bits that work and are well done and someone cared about. So, like the library with the pedestals and Amanjaro's home, which are the dungeons to be like. Well, there are those two. And then there's the ones that are just not finished in the slightest. Things like the warehouse of the Gith Yankee, it was just copy-pasted. They just... Well, just don't include them. I wish there was a fan-made module where they just deleted all that filler. And I'm sure they didn't mean to do it, like the MS Paint cutscenes. I'm sure they intended to have a proper cutscene there and just run out of time or money. But it really, really takes the shine off the game. There is no polish to it at all. And then there's the parts of the game that were just bad. Anti-magic forests. Take your thief away, have traps everywhere. That's just bad. That's just a bad design, a bad decision. There were a couple of bits that were obviously as they intended it to be that didn't work like the bugs. Like, for example, the trial. That was probably quite cool. I think they put a lot of effort and thought into that. But it obviously didn't work because we had that alteration power during our inventory the whole game. And when there were parts where we'd got the evidence, there were parts in the trial where it was very relevant and we couldn't say anything about it. So that was, underwhelming because it didn't really work properly. So definitely some good bits in there, but overall, very bad game. I'm not even sure it was a bad game I particularly enjoyed. I mean, there are plenty of games that are objectively bad that I do enjoy. But I'm not sure this is one of them. It was incredibly frustrating. That, most recently, that third Reaver battle, that 3 Reaver battle, I think that had completely glitched out. I think they were doing a lot of damage and most of it wasn't registering. So I think we would probably have lost that over and over again if it didn't glitch out. So I'm happy to take it as a win. And I'm going to decide that, okay, I'll win the final few battles on easy. Well, I suspect actually after we got through that Shadow Reaver battle, we could have done it on hard. But we ran through the battle before that, and that was because the AI just didn't work. We just got completely stumped and just sort of stood around and died. Inquirer was on puppet mode, so that's fair enough. That's my fault. That's on me. Anyway, I really appreciate that there have been a few people watching along with this LP, I think. So I really appreciate you sticking that out when I got really sulky. If you have a comment or anything, I'd love to hear it. And so I think that's a wrap.